Alright, welcome back to our Pentiment semi-blind Let's Play. Last time, we finished up our investigation, focusing on 3 priority suspects that we had interest in. Number 1 was Prior Ferenc, taking an occult angle, the case of Baron Lorenz's murder. Priority 2 was Sister Matilda, who was horribly, irreparably damaged in an attack by Baron Rothvogel. And finally, Priority 3 was Lucky Steinauer, an older stonemason in the town, who may hold a grudge, a deep vendetta against Baron Rothvogel, due to the death of his daughter. And now the time has come. The archdeacon is here and he's expecting me to deliver some information. It'll be up to us to decide what exactly we want to tell him in order to try and save Brother Piero. Let's get moving to the Abbey. I've been doing a bit of thinking in regards to how I want to go about this, given the information we have. Still haven't landed on a particular answer that I like. Not sure exactly if any of the 3 we've been investigating are responsible for the crime, but I do think some of the information should be provided, and maybe at least enough to save Brother Piero, but it may consign another, potentially innocent soul to a grim fate. While I do suspect Prior Ferenc pretty strongly, 1, I think his motivations are... well, presuming he's a strongly devout individual, his motivations must be quite strong, given that Baron Rothvogel was, well, blackmailing. However, the note found on Baron Rothvogel in regards to the girl and the innocent, presumably Prior Ferenc doesn't really seem to have a direct connection to those cases, other than maybe Sister Matilda. This mention of the girl and the innocent, this constant flux in the notes that have been passed around, distributed amongst townsfolk, all seeming to try and point them to get Baron Lorenz Rothvogel killed. It seems likely that whoever did it, truly did it, is more directly connected to the girl and the innocent. Sister Matilda was directly harmed, but she doesn't really seem the type to kill. We don't know her well. It could have been Waszlaw fighting on her behalf, now that we kind of given the idea that they have a bit of a thing going on. Seems to care for her deeply. However, assuming her story is true about the bloody shovel having been used to kill baby rabbits, it seems not super likely that she was the one to do it. She doesn't seem capable of killing. But honestly, even if she was, I am strongly disinclined from reporting information regarding her to the archdeacon. That said, I'm currently between Lucky and Prior Ferenc as my number one suspect. I'll probably deliver all the information, or at least the vast majority of the information I have on both of them, and see how things go. If I have that opportunity, I'm fully sure if I will. Approaching the end of what I recall of this game, and frankly, from the beginning, while this is semi-blind, and I have gone through, I think, Act 1, that we're approaching the end of, has been quite a while, and I remembered much less than I thought. I don't quite remember how this exchange goes, truly, so I'm not sure how best to handle it. And while I was more strongly gung-ho into the regards of Prior Ferenc being the likely suspect, that final note, the rumor that we heard that he was engaged in a ritual using blood from Waszlaw, it gives me some pause, admittedly. It does kind of seem like that's an answer for where the blood came from, meaning that dried blood might not, in fact, be the blood of Baron Lorenz. Which makes me think perhaps it was Lucky. If anyone, Lucky would be aware of many of the secret passages that could exist in Kearsarge Abbey, working as stonemason. In fact, he's the one who kind of pointed out the one in the crypt. Being a stonemason as well, a strong one at that, he'd have plenty of means to commit the crime. He would just need access to his body and a swift and solid blow with a hammer. So he'd have means, he has the motive. Well, from there, it's just kind of a question of, did he actually do it? And what's the other one? Means, motive, and opportunity, that's it. Did he have the opportunity is the question? Hard to say. Honestly, he probably did. I think all of these people likely had the opportunity. We don't really know the circumstances surrounding where exactly Lorenz was when he was killed. We do know he may have moved just a tad after being struck, before falling on his side and in a bloody mess. And what was it, the cloister? So really, it could have been anyone. However, I'm confident it wasn't our friend, Brother Piero, and even if it was Sister Matilda, I do not want to turn her in. I'm disinclined from, honestly, turning in Lucky either. He's a pillar of the community, a strong stonemason, trusted guy, and if our information ends up getting him executed, we could lose favor with much of the townsfolk that we've built up over time. We're a major socialite. We're at a flux point, kinda gotta decide. But either way, that all being said, and let's read this new people entry for Richard Schaff, the executioner employed by Jacob Essler to assist in the investigation of the murder of Lorenz Rothvogel. Now then, let's head right in. I don't quite recall where it was he's waiting for us. I think let's try the aquarium? No, maybe the cloister. Ooh, a lot of people are gathered here. What are you doing here, Ulrich? God bless you, Andreas. Good day, Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Marguerite, Gertrude, Hetty, and Veronica. Hello, Andreas. Hey, Andreas. A lot of people gathered. Take a quick peek into the courtyard. God give you health. Let's see. Final walk through the Abbey just to see if there's anything else we may have missed. It's our last shot. There's Volkbert. Okay. Take a look in the scriptorium. Andrea, may I help you with anything? Ooh, we can ask him about this. I've heard it said you perform blood rituals in the woods. Who would slander me with such a claim? We got Vakslav and Smokey there. I heard it from the tinker, Vakslav, and that charcoal burner, Smokey. Knew it. I knew they were spying. How could you be so careless after what happened at Innsbruck? They were merely angelic invocations, entirely Christian and benign. Then why are you whispering? I remember too well what transpired in Innsbruck. And because I know the minds of men, even godly men, are now and again poisoned by fear and small thinking. There, are you satisfied? No, you still haven't explained the point of your angelic invocations. That is, unless you really were doing witchcraft. Of which I approve, to be clear. I was merely attempting to invoke the angel's aid to help with the Abbey's financial troubles. I've read about court magicians in Hungary who do the same for their rulers. Such interests are not uncommon in Hungary. You know that's where I'm from. Let's see. They have a more reasonable attitude towards the occult arts there, I'm told. Yes, well, we're not in Hungary, are we? I should have known you were a fellow practitioner, given the books. Let's see, you wheedle out of the sisters. I'd had you figured for a dilettante. Were your invocations effective, Prior? The Lord and his angels do not work on a mortal timescale. Now please, Andreas, you've drawn the truth from me. I trust we can keep this between us, considering our mutual interest. As you wish. Be well, Prior Frank. And stay out of the forest. Be well, Master Mailer. Yeah, I'm even more disinclined. In fact, I don't really even want to mention his occultism. We're already establishing ourselves as an outsider with an interest in the occult. And as a fellow practitioner, as I said, we could develop a bit of a rapport. Shoot. Oh boy. Andreas. Excuse me, I'm here at the archdeacon's request. He can wait a moment. Master Mailer, if you think I am unaware of your actions around this abbey in the past few days, you are mistaken. Oh? You exhumed the corpse of one of the brothers of this abbey. I will say nothing. I should have expected that cur Otto Zimmerman would help you with such a ghoulish task. I will avoid antagonism further. He is correct in his chastising of me, but I have business to do. He'll pay for his role in this obscenity in due time. Now then, for all your meddling, you will not be welcome in Kearsarge after your commission is completed. I'll at least apologize. At the very least. I apologize. I was only trying to help Brother Piero. It's too late for apologies. Your days of interfering in the daily life of this abbey will end. Yes, I already understood that. I'll leave you to the archdeacon now. Try not to perjure yourself. God save you, Andreas Mailer. Very well. Look at this guy. Jacob. Please state your name for our records. Andreas Mailer, artist, recently of Basel. Really? What brought you all the way to Upper Bavaria? I heard the Abbey had some wonderful books. When I learned they had need of an artist, I decided to stay a while. Very well. Thank you. Arnold, please write that down. I think we're ready to begin. Of course, Your Reverence. Now then, Master Mailer, what was your relation to Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel? I only knew him for a day, but we were on friendly terms. Do you feel you had a sense of him as a person? Yes, Your Reverence. How would you characterize him? A nobleman, for all of the good and ill that goes along with that title. Do you have a problem with the nobility, Master Mailer? Well, I'll be honest. You know what? Again, continuing to position myself as an outsider. We've already, fallen out of the good graces of the Abbey. Whatever. Well, a little. Your contempt for your superiors is noted. Do you know of anyone else from Kearsarge or Tassing who has a similar contempt for the nobility? I'm not gonna implicate anyone. I already know they do. No, Your Reverence. Try to help me, Master Mailer. The Baron Rothvogel was murdered here, in this very room. Someone did it. Father Gernot believes it was one of his monks, Brother Piero. I have met with Brother Piero and questioned him at length. While it seems unlikely that a man of his age and temperament could murder the Baron, he was discovered in flagrante delicto. He wasn't, though. The Baron was already dead. Stop talking. If you wish to advocate on behalf of Brother Piero, I suggest shutting your mouth until I ask you a question. Piero had reasons to resent the Baron, the loss of his work, the insistence on discussing the writings of the troublemaker from Wittenberg. And as for his age and infirmity, I myself have read of many cases in which a man of modest strength succumbs to the temptations of the devil. Once seized by a devilish fever, the poor sinner gains an infernal power that allows him to inflict grievous wounds, sometimes fatal. What I am saying is that, in spite of the curious circumstances, Brother Piero is the most plausible perpetrator of this most vile act. I understand that you are on friendly terms with Brother Piero. You also interacted with the Baron, both in the town and the Abbey. Did you witness anything that suggests someone else could have murdered Baron Rothvogel? Lucky Steinauer argued with the Baron. Who is Lucky Steinauer? I don't believe his name has come up during our questioning. The town stonemason. All right. What's the connection between the town stonemason and a nobleman from Worms? Lucky wanted to take revenge against the Baron for the death of his daughter, Beat. Did the stonemason believe that the Baron had murdered this young woman? No. She was a suicide, but Lucky held the Baron responsible. This is quite hard to follow, Master Mailer. What does this have to do with the Baron and the stonemason? On his last visit, several years ago, the Baron charmed Lucky's daughter, but left her behind. Some time after the Baron left, Beat realized she was with child. The stonemason and his wife did their best, but Beat did not want to keep the child. He attempted to stop the pregnancy by way of her mother's medicine. Mother's medicine? Agnes Steinauer is the town midwife. I see. In the end, the medicine claimed her life. And her unborn child with it, I presume. This stonemason, Lucky Steinauer, has held a grudge this whole time. They argued about something, I know that. I witnessed it the morning the Baron arrived. And how do you propose that the stonemason killed the Baron? In spite of his age, Lucky is incredibly strong. Have you been by the town church, Your Reverence? Yes, I passed it on the way to the Abbey. Why? I saw Lucky lift one of the largest stones in the cemetery wall by himself. From what I remember, the stones are quite large, but being strong alone does not mean that he murdered the Baron. I also witnessed him killing fish by slamming their heads against a rock. The Baron was killed by a blow to the back of the head. There was a bloodstain at head level on that wall, not far from where he fell. The blood could have stained the wall subsequent to his injury. Or it could have occurred because Lucky slammed the Baron into the wall hard enough to kill him. An interesting theory, Master Mailer. Is there anyone else you can think of who may have wanted to harm the Baron? Do I want to... I mean, we've already fallen out of the good graces of the Abbey. However, if we mention Ferenc's occult interests here, that could get him inquisitioned. Now, we've had some issues with Ferenc, but is that enough to start implicating him and provide information if we don't actually truly believe he did it? Especially since, given that we have a bit of a rapport now, we are connected through the means of being fellow practitioners of the occult. I've already decided I don't want to give any information on Sister Matilda, and I have no reason to implicate Martin Bauer. So with that, I think I'll just stick with delivering the information on Lucky, as I believe, with that information provided, and I didn't even consider the bloodstain on the wall, Lucky does currently seem like the most likely suspect. I can think of no one else who could have cause to harm the Baron, Your Reverence. Very well. Are you aware of anything else that might shed some light on this case? Has Brother Florian told you about the note he found in the Baron's clothing? Yes. Brother Florian explained how he came to find it and told me its contents. Master Adeliaga has entered his testimony into our register. Your description of what transpired between the Baron and Beat Steinarn explains the meaning. You don't think the stonemason wrote it, do you? No. Whoever wrote the note was a talented scribe. I understand Kearsarge has two, the elderly Adak and the younger brother Guy. To be frank, Your Reverence, neither man has the skill to write in this way. There's something else about it, too. The style is just different. It's unlike Adak and Guy's writing. Unlike mine. Something about the way the first and second strokes meet on the A and G. Yes, well, whatever the particulars, it seems it will remain a mystery that stands apart from the commission of the murder. Do I want to deliver this information? I will bring more people into it. I will avoid it. Of course, Your Reverence. Until next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time. No offense. Final day of Law and Judgment, May 1518. Andreas, I didn't think you're coming to this. I didn't think I was either. I suppose I wanted to see how this ends after all. Can you believe that Lucky Steinauer killed that nobleman? Shit, so he did. Well, we don't know if he did for sure, but he is getting the blame. You must... let's see. You missed the trial, Andreas. A magistrate from Mittenwald came in, where all the charges had found him guilty. Well, whether we believe it or not, the magistrate was convinced. I can't remember the last time there was an execution at Tassing. Oh, here comes the procession. Shit. Did I miss anything? No, you're fine. Andreas. Otto. Agnes ni quitolis peccata mundi miseri nobis. Agnes ni quitolis peccata mundi miseri nobis. Agnes ni quitolis peccata mundi dona nobis pacem. Oh, no, you didn't do it. See you in hell, Stoneman. Shut him! Silence! Silence! I order the executioner to carry out his duty. I warrant him peace and safe conduct, whatever may befall him. Lord, into your hands I commit my spirit. I need to see this. Fuck. My Lord Judge, have I executed well? You have executed as judgment and law have required. For that, I thank God and my master who has taught me such art. Shit. You! I know this is your doing. I don't know what you're talking about. Save your lies. I don't want to hear them. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sorry, Agnes. God have mercy on you, Andreas Mailer. Part 3. Separation, June 1518.
Andreas, has the time come for you to leave us?
I'm afraid so, Brother Piero. This farewell will have to be brief. Father Gerno made it clear I was no longer welcome at Kearsarge.
I pray that time will soften Father Abbott's heart. I hope he eventually realizes you are only trying to help me. This is a sad parting, but inevitable. I had hoped you would stay a bit longer, but the world needs you more than Kearsarge does. You have grown beyond this old abbey and become a master in your own right. I will miss you, my son.
Who will keep you out of trouble when I'm gone?
I pray that is the last trouble I will see in my old age, and I have God and you to thank for getting me out of it. Come, your masterpiece is complete. May I see it one last time before you go?
Please, I value your assessment.
The opinion of one old monk matters little. All the same, I am excited to see it finished at last.
Oh, look at this. Hey, we depicted the Gertners. That's cool. Oh, look at this.
It is a masterpiece, truly worthy of the word. And it appears you took my advice to heart.
What advice was that? Oh, it depicted me! Look, I even put myself...
To put yourself into the work, not just to interpret another artist's work, but to transform it into something true. This shows the world as it is, as you have seen it, even if it is not what we want to see. Though it is not my place to say so, I am proud of you, Andreas.
Oh. What's this?
A scrap of parchment.
Oh.
Do not return here. A warning?
Huh.
Whose hand is this? It doesn't look like Brother Adok's or Brother Guy's.
Brother Florian and I found a similar note in the Baron's clothing. And I found more notes delivered to others while I was investigating. They must have been written by someone who knew the darkest secrets of the town and this abbey. They tugged at those secrets to kill the Baron, like someone pulling at threads that had been buried in the past.
A frightening thought. Who would do such a thing?
I wish I knew.
Do not trouble yourself overly about it. Your future lies outside of these walls. I hope that you will have time to visit me once or twice in your travels before the Lord takes me.
I'll come as often as I can, assuming Father Gerno does not forbid it.
We must have faith that better days lie ahead for all of us. God bless you, Andreas Mailer.
Thank you for your friendship. Until next time. Whoa! Passage of time. Is that me? I got a beard and a new hat. Caspar. Oh. Are you alright, Master Andreas? What? Are you alright, Master Andreas? Should I maybe deepen the voice a little? Maybe we could try seeing if I can pull that off. Yes, thank you. I was just remembering him. Trying to, anyway. It doesn't come easily anymore. Oh, would you like to leave you alone? Doesn't come easily. How long has it been? Do I have memory issues? No, Caspar. It's not necessary. There's nothing to be done about it now. It's too late. Like so many things. You haven't changed a bit. Andreas Mailer, I never expected to see your face here again. Have you been to Nuremberg? Have you been in Nuremberg for these last 7 years? Man, it's only been 7 years, look at me. No, Nuremberg for a few years, but I received some lucrative commissions abroad. Ooh, new background. Poland. Andreas knows some Polish, bits of Czech and Hungarian, and can reference cultural touchstones from Krakow, Prague, and Buda. England. Andreas knows some English and can reference cultural touchstones from London and other parts of Britain. France. Andreas knows French and can reference cultural touchstones from Paris, Troyes, and Dijon. Aragon. Andreas knows some Spanish and bits of Arabic and can reference cultural touchstones from Barcelona and Valencia. Ooh. I don't feel like being French. Or English. Polish could be interesting. So could Spanish and Arabic. Which feels the most appropriate for an occultist? Well, we did chat with Prior Ferenc about his origins in Hungary and how the occult is more accepted there. So, Poland. Let's go with a background. We spent time in Poland. I was in Krakow, the court of King Sigismund. He has a great passion for humanism as well as new Italian and German art. Did you have occasion to paint the king's physician, Jacob Isaac? Look at that guy. Oh. Not to paint, but I did meet him. I was surprised to learn King Sigismund had ennobled him. An interesting man. You don't meet many Jews in nobility, in Poland or elsewhere. Poland is one of the few places Jews may live in peace, provided the king doesn't have a change of heart. I'm surprised you care at all. In spite of your extensive travels and success, you're still not welcome at Kearsarge. The abbot hasn't forgotten what happened. 7 years isn't all that long. I simply wanted to pay my respects to an old friend. Surely you understand that. I understand why Father Abbot expelled you from the abbey. What were you expecting? A hero's welcome? Fine. Tell Father Gerno I'll be staying at the Land House in town for a night or two before moving on. The Land House. An inn or tavern usually owned and operated by a single family that serves travelers in rural areas. The Golden Hand? I'll tell him, but I can't imagine he'll care. Why is he so rude? God bless you. Now be off. 4. Revolution, June 1525. Well, guess with that, I think this is officially Act 2. Either way, we're now in uncharted territory for me. That monk seemed unhappy to see you, Master Andreas. Why is the abbot so angry with you? Towards the end of my stay in Tassing, there was a murder at Kearsarge Abbey, a nobleman. Father Gerno panicked and accused my friend, Brother Piero, of committing the crime. I helped convince the investigating archdeacon that the town stonemason, Lucky, was responsible. He was executed for the crime. You got someone killed? It was that or let an innocent man die. It's not much of a choice. Still, I would have been scared. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I suppose it must have been a hard situation about if the abbot is still this mad at you. I had to make some difficult choices. Maybe they were the wrong ones. I've had to live with that. Why'd we come here if you're not welcome? I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. And, to be honest, I'm not looking forward to returning to Nuremberg. This commission, it's an obscene vanity piece under the pretext of a religious scene. My patrons just want to celebrate themselves and their wealth. I dread each new commission more than the last. Every step I take toward home is agonizing. But, Master, you're famous and rich. Your work is wonderful. When I saw your altarpiece in Nuremberg, I begged my father to help me become your apprentice. I don't understand how you could accomplish all that. All that you have and be unhappy. I thought I wanted to be like my father, like my brothers. I thought that was my dream. Once, I wanted this life so much that it consumed my every waking thought. I don't know if I've changed, or if what I wanted was never really real. Perhaps I've been a fool this whole time. I want life as an artist to be better for you, Caspar. Learn from my mistakes, alright? Alright. Yes, Master Andreas. I shouldn't be burdening you with such dark thoughts, Caspar. Come, let's visit my old friend Klaus. It's been too long. As you like, Master Andreas. Oh, a new era has begun. So we're currently staying at the Golden Hand Inn. And old Kearsaw Abbey. Journal has been reset. Paying respects. Terse, hour 9. It feels strange being back in Kearsaw, back in Tassing. I haven't talked to anyone here in years. I should stop by Klaus's house to see how he's been. Our ex Libris. We now have added... Ooh, interesting. So we have Poland. Andreas knows some Polish, bits of Czech and Hungarian, and can reference cultural touchstones from Krakow, Prague, and Buda. But there's another thing here. Mystical spirit. Andreas has absorbed some concepts of Christian mysticism via the heretical book he found at Kearsaw's scriptorium. He's continued his studies with other translated texts as he found them. Cool. Dang. Get me, I'm a master, I'm rich, I'm noble, I'm mighty. It's a lot. Oh, alright. Ooh, we have no people in here anymore. I'll think of something to use this for later. I'm not tired yet. Perhaps after clean. This room is sparse compared to what I'm used to. The Golden Hand Inn. Don't think we never were here before. Hannah. Hello, Andreas. How are you enjoying your stay? It's been wonderful, Hannah. Thank you. Oh, good. You're in the best room we have. I'm glad it's to your liking. Was there anything else? No, thank you. Until later. Until then.
We got our own little apprentice. A little lad to follow us. We caught a cool, like, sheath of fur. Hey, boy, kill it.
Good day, Master Mailer.
Nico. Master Mailer, is it? Hello, and welcome to the Golden Hand. I am Nico Berger. Nico Berger. I own this land house and run it with my wife Hannah and our son Killian. I believe my boy helped you to your room. Is it to your liking?
It's lovely, thank you.
I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. When you arrived in town, one of the locals said you lived here a few years back.
Yes, I work for the Abbey as an artist.
Ah, I see. I heard that you were involved in solving a murder.
Yes, out of necessity. The wrong man was being accused of the crime, a friend of mine.
I heard it was the town stonemason. Revenge for a love affair gone wrong.
A love affair? No, that's not... Where did you hear that?
Oh, bits and pieces that people have said here and there.
Sounds like the story has changed in the last 7 years.
I meant no offense, Master Mailer. I just found it to be an interesting story.
It's not a story. It's something that happened. 2 people died.
Of course. Again, I meant no offense. Well, I'll leave you to your day. Until later.
Until then.
Look at this guy, Samuel. Hello, Andreas.
You get barred with a blade. Badass. New people. Johanna Hanna Bergeron, wife of Nico, co-proprietor of the Golden Hand Landhouse, mother of Killian. Killian Berger, dutiful son of Nico and Hanna, works at the Golden Hand. Nicholas Nico Berger, timid co-proprietor of the Golden Hand, husband to Hanna, father to Killian. Then we had Compline. Oh, I didn't even realize that was a glossary entry. I missed that. Compline. Monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m. One of the little hours of prayer, the monks and nuns retire to the dormitories shortly afterward. Well, I guess we're off. Oh, this is definitely new. Brother Onslaught uses time in almost all of the hour's cooking, maybe because it grows so easily here. Just do it. You know it's the right thing. I don't understand why this is so hard for you. Oh, hell, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the Abbot. Would you prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I understand. I'm just saying. Andreas? Andreas Miller. It's good to see you again, old friend. Otto, you're looking well. This is my apprentice, Kaspar Ziegler, from Salzburg. Salzburg, a small city located in the river Salzach and founded on Roman ruins. Rumors of violence and rebellion in the city are becoming more common. Kaspar's hometown. Good day. Ah, that answers that. I thought he might be your son. We don't grow them that fast, even in Nuremberg. They grow fast enough around here. Ava and I just had our first, little Otto. We call him Otts. Yo, it did get with Ava and had a babby. Congratulations to you both. That's wonderful news. Thank you. It's been a trial with Dad gone, but Claire and Ursula help out where they can. He lived a surprisingly long time, considering his profession and previous stroke. That feels a little insensitive to say. I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry to hear about your father. That's life. At least he's with the Lord now, free of his aches and pains. I know Eva wrote to you about my father's death, Andreas. Why didn't you write back? I'm sorry, things got busy after I left Tassing. Sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. I feel like I should remember your face, but I can't place it. Oh, don't trouble yourself. It's me, Martin. You're Martin? Bro, you cleaned up. You've grown. It's been known to happen with children. As much as I love whiling away the hours in the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Otto, see you at the meeting later. Andreas, until later. Last time I saw Martin was in this meadow. He was sneezing. Seemed to hate being here. Even his mother cat said that he always sneezed when he was in the meadow. Strange. Is it strange? Are you just confused? Am I confused? Are you? Huh. What's going on here? Good to see you, Martin. Pain in my ass. What's this about a meeting? You've picked an interesting time to visit. Come by the town commons in a while. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. Actually, I was just on... Excuse me. Actually, I was just on my way to see Klaus. Tell him to come too. He's been dragging his feet. Till later. Interesting. Faces. Terse, hour 9, paying respects. I ran into Otto Zimmerman and Martin Bauer having a discussion in the meadow. Martin returned from his adventures as a changed man. Otto told me to come to the commons later. I'll head there after I talk to Klaus. Huh. So there's old Otto Zimmerman. town carpenter and son of the late old Otto. Married to Ava and father to Otts, known for his dislike of the abbey, especially Father Gerda. And there's Otto Otts Zimmerman, son of Ava and Otto, nicknamed after the Otts Valley to differentiate him from his father and late grandfather. And Martin Bauer, son of Franz and Katz Bauer, husband of Brigitte, known for his churlish youth, flight from Tassing, and his repentant return. Interesting. Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. Still, I think it has a certain charm. Slow! Ah, I remember you, my kitty friend. Do you like my new hat? And my new beard? And my cool fur shawl? Shoulder thing? I don't know. Up by the mill. Explore changed Tassing. It's the Muller house. Lots of farms here. Doesn't look like there are many people around. Rain falls. Roman ruins. Oh! Some new drawings. Cool. Pretty sick. I was hoping to see some more drawings. They've gotten more advanced, too. Pretty killer. What a stunning collection of wildflowers. They grow so plentifully in the meadow. I haven't been up here in a while. Though I doubt I'm welcome. In fact, I don't think I'll even bother going up there. Well, yeah. We were here earlier. Let's get out of here. Come along, Gaspar. There's much to learn about running around and getting into shenanigans. Let's head into the forest. Oh, the forest. Seems more trees have been cut down. With Father Gerno's new restriction, the townsfolk can't even gather sticks without a fee. Jeez, man. Yo, Smokey's home. Doesn't look like he's around. And there's a missing tent. Let's see left. Shrine of Saint Satya. It's the same. Head to the waterfall. Oh, yes. Yep, I remember that. We saw some naked ladies. The gravestone Lucky left flowers on. Two innocents. Man, truly sad. Really would have preferred it didn't end up that way, but... what are you gonna do? It's a tough choice. Church and Druckers. Oh, nope, didn't want to go back to the meadow. Andreas, I'd heard you were back in Tassing. God bless you. Good morning, Father Thomas. You're not going to try and get me to come to Mass, are you? I would hope in the many years since you were with us in Tassing, attending Mass has become a habit. That, and I'm sure Master Mailer's and staying through Sunday. Hopefully, this visit will be less eventful than your last. Tassing has enough going on as it is. We have a bonfire for St. John's Eve tomorrow night. People get to all sorts of mischief. St. John's. The feast and celebration of St. John the Baptist, beginning at sunset on June 23rd, coincides with Midsummer's Day and the summer solstice. And then it's my job to hear their confessions in the day that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making. That's just talk, brother. No need to scare our guests with such things. I'm sure if there's trouble, Master Mailer will be the first to stick his nose in it. I will set a good example for Caspar, but jeez, guys, shut up. I will kick your ass. I've gotten strong, maybe. Kind of barrel-chested. I choose to say nothing. It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequence. Are you supposed to be a monk? The people in town resented the Abbey for Lucky Steinauer's death. Probably contributed to their current agitation. They blame the Abbey for its death when they should blame you, since you're the one who testified against him. It would have been better for everyone if you had simply allowed Brother Piero to die. After all, he only had a few years left anyway. Alright, I'm sorry. My emotions will get the better of me here because he is being a completely you're acting very un-monk-like. Now you're setting a bad example for Caspar. I was trying to keep it settled, but a new example I want to set for Caspar. Don't let an asshole like this walk all over you and talk shit, especially about a dead best friend. You're a buffoon and a coward who hides behind his habit. Friends, there's no need for such ire. Forgive me, Father Thomas. I let my passions get the better of me. Besides, that's not even why I came down here. I actually came to speak to you on the abbot's behalf, Andreas. Father Gerna would like to invite you to come to the library tomorrow morning, if you're interested in purchasing some of our books. Oh, wonderful. Fantastic. Oh, wait. Are things so bad that the abbot has to set off Kearsarge's greatest treasures? The abbey needs the money more than it needs ink-stained parchment. No one values these books anymore, except perhaps you. The library is not quite ready yet, as it does not see much use. If you could come by tomorrow morning, Mother Illuminata can show you what's available. Mother? Yeah, since Mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. And her too. How did she die? Peacefully, in her sleep. So, tomorrow morning? Yes, can't wait. Calm yourself. There'll be time enough for excitement tomorrow. And Andreas, I apologize for my harsh words before. It was rash. Brother Piero was a pious man and a skilled artist. We miss him. I appreciate you saying that. I miss him too. Excellent. I'm so glad you two were able to work things out. Oh, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak inside the church? Yes, I think so. Why? A private matter. Oh, of course, of course. Until tomorrow. God bless you, Andreas. Shut up, guy. Douche. The abbot's invitation. That's a shock. Ran into Brother Guy outside the town church. He extended an invitation for the abbot. Excuse me. To buy books from the library. Mother Illuminata will be waiting for me there in the morning. Brother Guy of Dijon? Burgundian scribe, Brother Guy is respected for his swift hand, but generally disliked for his mean-spirited, two-faced, sycophantic behavior. Father Garneau entrusts Guy with writing the Abbey's most important documents. And Father Thomas Sprecher, town priest for Tassing, tends to his flock at Our Lady of the Labyrinth. Haven't changed a bit. Oh, look at that, it's Martin Bauer, Widow Kemper now. Another Franz Bauer. See if anything down here has changed. Man, the house is in bad shape. Some farms expanded there. Doesn't look like those the stick things either. The Bauer farm. The Gertner farm. Come to. Where are their animals? I don't see any of their animals. Huh. Tad odd. Well, no, let's go see Klaus. Alright, good buddy. Oh, has this place gotten bigger? Look at this. Oh, that's a lovely-ass bed. Big-ass bench. Definitely feels like it's gotten bigger. Magdalene? Bah! Andreas? I'm sorry, Klaus. I know it's been a long time. 7 years. 7 years and nothing from my friend Andreas. First Bert, then Marie just after Magdalene was born. My wife always thought highly of you. I can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they had passed. Damn, really? Jeez, you fully fell out of contact, Andreas. My god, poor Klaus. I'm sorry. I should have written. Yes, you should have. Too late for that now, though. Boop, beep, boop, boop. Oh, hello. She likes you. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from their lords. Oh. Freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended. Freedom from compulsory labor. Abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rent, the return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria isn't Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the peasants of Tassing. Swabia, we finally have an entry. Swabia, a former duchy in the southern Holy Roman Empire. It was reformed as the Swabian Circle in 1512. It borders Bavaria to the west and the Swiss Confederacy to the south, and Austria to the southeast. This must be what Otto is talking about later. He wanted me to bring you along. Yes, he's asked. I may come, I may not. The abbot has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Their cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the Gertners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yes. Why? Well, I didn't think he could read. He can't, but just about everyone else in the town can. He speaks, I print. Just trying to do my part, I guess, I suppose. I'm sorry. I'm still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons, hear what Otto has to say. It's worth hearing. Of course, I will see you then. Be good while we're gone, Magdalene. Will you be good? Gub gum garoo. Past Sext and Unton Dons. Yeah, it was rough. Verse, hour 9. Klaus wasn't happy to see me. I probably should have written back to him when he contacted me about Marie and Bert. Nothing to be done about it now. He's been printing leaflets for Otto to promote the peasants' demands. He said that I should head to the Commons to hear Otto give a speech to the town. Babu. Magdalene Druckeren, daughter of Klaus and the late Marie, sister of the late Berthold. Klaus Drucker. Klaus Drucker is the Tassing town printer and widower to his wife, Marie. Although Tassing is an unusual place for printing press, he does brisk trade with pilgrims and other travelers on the Imperial Road. His first son, Berthold, died to illness. He is raising his only daughter, Magdalene, alone. Shit! Man, I feel like an asshole. I probably am an asshole. I'm rich now. I'm gonna become a master. I mean, damn. Take a look. Damn. See any of their animals. Can't pop into the Gertners to have plays yet. Alright, let's head into the commons. Whoa, look at everyone gathered here. So many people. Hey, look at everyone. Is that Ursula? The demon? She got big? Oh my god. Widow really stands out. She's still around. Wowza. Where's her daughter? We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's forests to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us. Restrictions on how we can pay rent. Limits on where we can move, who we can wed. Jeez. And now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children.
What about the town council? The Rathaus?
Rathaus, a community hall where people meet. Typically a council that governs day-to-day affairs under the authority of a lord.
Surely that is a sign that the abbess wishes to share his power and listen to our grievances.
You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favored few against the many. This is not charity. No. Only greed and desperation drive Father Garno. You'd think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Garno do? He locked the shrine of St. Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Father Garno's actions aren't just, they aren't Christian. We've endured this abuse for far too long. Hell yeah. It's time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right!
Hear, hear.
Yes!
This has to stop! Let's fix this!
Stop! This is foolish! Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. You could get the town razed and everyone killed. Lenhart, this asshole.
That is right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a dangerous game, Otto. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent, you'll be ground into dust like the Swabian peasants. We could always ground you up instead, Lenhart.
They might be right if there are already soldiers about. I don't know about this.
Instead, what's right? God is on our side.
Don't be shy. Speak up if you have cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Master Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is all right?
I don't know, Kaspar, but we can find out.
All right. Enough is enough. We can't stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. Oh, God. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? Righteous cause! Martin's right! We deserve better! We can do this! Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved dependable these last few years. But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from a greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Hell yeah, Otto, kicking ass. Yo! Good day, Andreas.
Clara, it's been too long. It's lovely to see you again.
Hello, Andreas. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again.
What can I say? I missed the alpine air. And the people, of course.
How could you not? We're in the middle of a strange season.
Ah, you found the Gertners.
Your speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear they get bitter each time.
I hope the Duke doesn't catch word of this, Otto. The town could suffer for it. We're past the point of caring, Mailer. If you were in our position, you'd understand that. You're right. It's not my place to judge. I'm just concerned. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. Otto, did you really see a sign from God? Is that true? Ooh, look at this. Understood why many people hate the abbot. Disobeyed the abbot to get Otto's help for the dig. Stood your ground when Matthew approached the grave. Said you didn't care if Matthew told the abbot about the dig. Hey, look at all that. It is, Andreas, I swear. Come talk to me later. I'll tell you what I can, alright?
Anyway, Andreas, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you.
That sounds wonderful. We'll be there, Clara. All the way to Vespers. Alright. Hey, Andreas. Andreas, you're back in Tassing? For just a few days. I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Pierre. Oh, yeah. Brother Pierre, what a talent with color. I'm sorry, Andreas. He was a sweet old man. I talk to him sometimes on my breaks up at the Abbey. I'm surprised Prior Ferenc didn't give you an earful. But he did, only as long as the scriptorium stayed open. Once it closed, I didn't see Brother Pierre out much. Wonder if he's lost a bit of his purpose. He stopped painting. He did love painting, that's true. Every day he showed me how much. He made Kearsall a brighter place. We could use more color and light these days. The Garno abuses cast a long shadow over Tassing. Oh, are you in with the peasants, Andreas? Well, of course. Garno has been running them into the ground. On top of that, we can't even use the forest anymore. Many of us used to be able to go fishing in there. Not anymore. Well, I hope things don't get bloody. Bloody? No one wants that, Andreas. But we're not going to get anywhere by keeping quiet. You have a good advocate in Otto. He's a good man. He speaks the truth. The whole town knows it, even Lenhart, though he wouldn't admit it. Say, Andreas, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here, returned to Nuremberg, take you were married? I was. Marriage is a legal requirement for becoming a recognized master craftsman. I think I like this text because during our past, we never really got into our interest in Sabine. And we never really knew her before getting married. So I don't think I'm going to play this as we don't really feel very connected. Yes, of course. These obligations seldom reach a small town like ours. I imagine it would apply to me as well, if I got far enough. Hope the married life has treated you well. I still have not found anyone. Fear it's never gonna happen. Really? Not a single person has caught your eye? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a real pretty girl at the market, selling painted pots. I think about her sometimes. Maybe more than is Christian. Hold on. You need to go back to Innsbruck and find that pretty girl. What? Really? Life is too short to spend dreaming about the luds you could have had. Trust me. You seem to feel strongly about this, Andreas. But it sounds foolish. Juvenile, you might say.
Maybe, but it feels right.
Well, if I ever have the chance to get back to Innsbruck, maybe I will. There's something to look forward to, after all.
Yeah, you go get her, Andreas.
I thank you, Andreas. You're a man of inspiration.
A pleasure. Until later, Andreas.
Until then.
Let's go. I don't know what it's doing. To the Alban Bakery. Anyone around? Hey! My hat!
Hello, Master Andreas.
Fucker! God, my hat! I'll beat you up! Hey, Gret.
God bless you, Andreas. I'm thankful you returned to Tassing after so long. We prayed so fondly for you after you left.
I think, let's kind of start positioning ourselves away from the abbot. I hope your prayers offset the abbot's. He's not as fond of me as the rest of Tassing.
Andreas, I'm sure the abbot prays for your wellness, even if you left on poor terms. And now God has allowed you to return. Perhaps God is providing an opportunity for perhaps he is providing an opportunity for the two of you to reconcile.
I suppose I could talk to the abbot at least.
We are commanded to do so, just as Paul said. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you.
I feel like there's a few people in Tassing who could use that advice.
Ah, that's right. You were at Otto's speech earlier. Yes, Tassing's peasants are struggling, and now even we townsfolk are pinched by the abbot's new restrictions. I worry about my husband. He's getting too involved with the whole business.
You know what? I think I'll be principled. I like what Otto's doing. What Gernot's doing in Tassing is wrong. Otto is standing up to it.
That's what Ulrich says, too. I love my husband, but sometimes I worry that he focuses too intently on the details. He does not see that he may be both prudent and Christian. I pray that I am not acting selfishly, but the abbot's taxes have affected us too. What about Anna's future? Ulrich has been offering credit to Peter for years, which I've accepted, but now we can only bake as much bread a week before we go hungry ourselves. Can you talk to him, Andreas?
Of course, Gret, but I can't promise I'll change his mind.
God bless you, Andreas. That's all I ask.
Yeah, we can chat about the situation. Head over to North Town. Oh, something's being built. The Rathaus construction is going smoothly. I wonder if they'll finish it before winter. This is supposed to be the community hall. The Stoltz house. This doctor asshole. I never really went into his house before. Hey, dickhead. Yes. Oh, Andreas Mailer. Unexpected. I'm very busy at the moment. Another time. Later, then. Colonel Poultice, it seems. Inzenkopf house. Don't think I'm familiar. Look at this guy, Baltazar. This guy's cool.
Salutations. You must be that wonderful artist, no?
Master Andreas Mailer, yes?
Wonderful, wonderful. Balthazar Isenkopf, at your service, but call me Baltus, please. It's much more familiar.
Pleasure, Baltus. Have you been in Tassing long?
Oh, just a few seasons. My cart broke down, and I found the place so charming I decided to stay. I enjoy the quiet, but I must say, I do miss the company of other intellectuals. Usually that good Dr. Stoltz and I whittle the hours away in the evenings. So naturally, when I heard a well-known artist had returned, I was beside myself.
Just notice we have the same script here. Nice, look at that. I'm always pleased to meet a like-minded individual. What do you do?
I'm an inventor of sorts.
Really? What do you make?
All sorts of things, young man. Mechanical clocks of all sizes, metal mics that skitter about, even light without flame.
Truly impressive, Baltus.
Thank you, Andreas. I knew a fellow artist such as yourself would appreciate my work. Ah, well, I'd best get back to it. You know how it is for us few called to a higher art.
Good luck, Baltus. Until later. Cool guy. I like him. We should be pals. And a little more time exploring. Oh boy. I feel real. Oh, Attilia's staying here.
You. You're that artist who came here a few years ago, right? Around the time of the murder.
True. I came to pay my respects to Brother Piero at the Abbey.
One of the monks. I'm not too fond of the Holy Brothers. Or sisters. The lot of them.
Are you related to Agnes?
Go back far enough and I suppose so, but no, not really. Around the time you got her husband killed, I lost my home. That bastard, the abbot, took it from me. Agnes took me in so we could help each other. We are sisters in widowed misery.
I didn't get Lucky killed.
Don't tell me. It's Agnes who holds the grudge.
Alright, well, I'll see you later.
Fine.
I like the style she's depicted in. A lot lighter. Also covered in bird shit. Oh boy. Hi, Agnes. Jeez.
Andreas, what are you doing here?
I just wanted to check in, see how you were doing.
How do you think? I lost my husband because of you.
I'll just remain silent.
Well, if you're not gonna say anything, get out. And don't come back, Andreas Mailer.
Sorry, man. Jeez. I don't feel bad. I really do. Hey, Thomas. Oh, it actually never went inside the church before. Didn't think This was cool. What do we have here? Painting of the Virgin Mary. What does the labyrinth symbolize? Got a cute little church. Could use like some pews or chairs or something. Jeez. Oh well. Stop by the mill, see how people are doing. Yes. Bless you, Master Mailer. Hey, we never went to their house before. Whoa, Paul, way older.
Hello, Master Mailer.
Hello, Paul. Meet Caspar, my assistant.
Hello. Do you work with Master Mailer? Have you done real art?
I guess. I've been doing sketches of Tassing while we're here. It took me years of practice to make what I thought was real art, Paul. I'm not even sure if what I do now is that good.
But you're a master artist.
I may have earned that title, but techniques themselves take a lifetime to master.
I hadn't thought about that.
How's your art going?
Shh. Not where Dad can hear.
Oh, right. How's the art going?
I've been practicing a lot more. Klaus even showed me a big book full of prints. He said they used a technique called woodcutting. Have you ever done woodcutting, Master Mailer?
I did some while in Krakow. The woodcuts take ages to create, but can be reused like Klaus's printing press.
That's amazing. Wish Dad would change his mind about art.
Maybe one day, Paul. You never know.
I hope so. I should get back to helping my dad. See you later, Master Mailer. See you, Caspar.
Until then. Stop! It's been a while, buddy. You're a good pal, aren't you? Here's old Linhart. Andreas! Welcome back to Tassing. Hello, Linhart. How's the mill? Sturdy as ever, just like me. You look well. Not stuck with the Gertners this time, eh? The Gertners are lovely people, Linhart. I didn't want to burden them, as I'll only be here a few days. Whatever you say, you have such a curious fascination with the peasants. Probably because you don't have to deal with them as often as the rest of us. Anyway, you should come by sometime. I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss. Good day, Andreas. Good day. Rich asshole. Kind of like me, I'm also a rich asshole now, but I don't want to be an asshole. Even though I am rich. Which I am. Totally rich. I've got wealth, I've got wealth. Look at me, I've got wealth. Hey there, cat.
Andreas? Andreas Mailer?
Hello, Kurt.
Well, would you look at that? You are back in Tassing. And look at you. You've done well for yourself. And who's this?
Cat, please meet Caspar, my apprentice.
Hello. He's got the posture of an artist, that's for sure. Good strong face, though.
I do.
What brings you back to Tassing, Andreas?
Just passing through on the way back to Nuremberg. I saw Morton earlier. I must say, I was surprised to see him.
That's right. He disappeared when you were last in town. Franz passed a few winters ago. Then Wolf.
Jeez, Wolf? That's sad.
Brigitte and I nearly lost the farm, and our minds. But Martin returned shortly after, and he's proved to be a changed man. A good man. He saved us from destitution.
I'd been wondering where Wolf was. I'm so sorry, Cat. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to say, is there? He was a good boy. A sweet, good little boy. The stars dimmed when he passed. That was years ago now. Try not to dwell on it. To be strong for Brigitte and to find solace in the knowledge that he is with God now. Times may be hard in Tassing right now, but God truly does answer our prayers.
I'm glad you and your family are well, Cat, despite everything.
Thank you, Andreas. Truly is good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times.
Until later, Cat.
Until then.
Jeez, everyone's struggling, everyone's lost someone, so much death over the last 7 years. Jeez. Hey, Brigitte.
Hello, Andreas.
Hello, Brigitte. I'm surprised you knew I was back.
Martin mentioned you were back in town.
Looks like you turned up after all. You look like you're doing well for yourselves.
Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. Especially after what happened to Dad. I lost little Wolf, and Kat was worried that she'd lose the farm after Franz died. But then Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions we've gotten by, I'm thankful.
I'm sorry to hear about Wolf.
Thank you, I try not to think about it.
I'm not gonna quote Jesus, that's not regretfully.
Kat wants to talk about him all the time, you know. Any night there's clear skies, she looks up and asks if I ever wonder how he is up there.
That must be excruciating.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Andreas. I can't talk about this anymore.
Was that a good...
Was that a good idea? Why did you think she'd want to talk about her dead son? Were you trying to hurt her? Does it feel good to you, hurting the wounded?
No, I was trying to be kind...
Does she seem like she's been gifted with a kindness?
No.
You wouldn't want someone to talk to you about it. That's why you don't mention it.
I can't take this anymore.
You can. We say these things even though the reminding inflicts immense pain. We say these things because it's the only way through.
I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say.
Then say it. But will it make any difference?
I'm sorry I brought him up, Brigitte.
You didn't know. It's all right. It's been good to see you again, but I should be going. Until later.
Until then. Jeez. Feels like my thoughts have, shifted somewhat. God damn, I'm torturing myself mentally. Hey, Martin. Andreas Mailer. Good to see you again after all these years. I'm surprised you'd say that. Your parting words to me back then were hardly kind. Were they? It's been so long I don't remember. You told me to eat shit. Oh. God, that's bad. I was such a little shit. Oh, sorry for being such an asshole back then. It seems like you've learned a lot since then. 7 years is a long time for a young man, especially when going through what I was. What happened to you, anyway? Oh, right. You know, I stole some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. I tried to sell them in Walgau and got robbed. Served me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money carried me around Bavaria for another month and a half. Then I started stealing. I grew bigger and more confident over time and became a highwayman. You were lucky you didn't get killed. And that's what made me quit in the end. I had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. We thought they were merchants traveling under the banner of St. George. St. George. A 2nd century Praetorian guard and patron saint of England. He is most well known for his legendary victory against a dragon. Badass. They were not. They were soldiers guarding the property of an Italian bank. My partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. I thought of my father, my mother, Brigitte. I realized I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. I had to come back and take up the responsibility as I had left behind. It's good that you did, for everyone's sake. You may be right. Mom and Brigitte couldn't run the farm after Dad died. Maybe it's for the best that he wasn't here when he got back. It's all in the past now. I just need to look forward. That's a good attitude. I'll talk to you later, Martin. Till then. Man, what a life you've lived. A life everyone has lived since I've been gone. Hey, Eddie.
Hello, Andreas.
And Hans. Hey, Andreas. Heard rumor you were back. Hello, Hans. Meet Kaspar, my apprentice.
Hello.
Hello. Are you from Nuremberg, like Andreas?
I'm from Salzburg.
Is that very far from here?
Not too far, I think. A few days to the east on horseback.
I've never been outside Tassing. Nor ridden a horse. Tassing's a wonderful place to live. I guess some of the men in town say it would be better if the Abbey weren't around. Then you'd have to contend with the Lord. That's hardly better. I don't know. It could be nice to have a change. Be careful what you wish for. Change does not come peacefully in the Empire. Guess we'll see. Until then, Hans. Go on. Andreas Mailer. Didn't expect to ever see you back in Tassing. You look like you've done well for yourself.
Thanks, and how have you been? Things went well for a while after you left. Widow Kemperin lost her land, and the abbot let us work it. My brother's heart gave out not long after, but then Martin came back to help work the land. Even so, it's been hard to keep up with the abbot's demands, taxes, and everything else. It sounds like a lot of people are upset with the abbot these days. They have good reason to be. I know you didn't get on well with the man either. Father Matthias never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see you, Andreas, even if you are just passing through. Until later. And at last, we return to the Gertners. Okay. Got a lot of new entries. Think we'll read through these and then probably end things for today. There's old Agnes Steinauer, the midwife of Tassing and wife of Lucky, one daughter, Brigitte Bauern, wife of Martin. There's Anna Albinen, the daughter of Ulrich and Gret. Anton Pfeiffer, son of Karl and Helena. Balthasar Balthasizenkopf, eccentric inventor and successful investor from Nuremberg. Big Georg Gertner, the son of Peter Gertner and his late wife, Christine, called Big because he was the biggest man in town, married to Veronica. Really? Brigitte Bauer, daughter of Agnes Stauer, daughter of Lucky Steinauer, wife of Martin Bauer. Her first son, Wolf, died to illness. She lives with her husband and on their farm, close friends with Veronica Bauer. Clara Gertnerin, second wife of Peter Gertner, mother of Ursula, known for her kindness and her concern for her husband's health. Elsa Mullerin, wife of Lenhard Muller and mother of Paul. Elsa largely keeps to herself in the Mother Muller home, but many peasants and townsfolk consider her to be one of the kindest people in town. Andreas Schmidt, the Tassing town blacksmith. Andreas works near the town center most days. Ava Zimmermannen. Hey, look at that, new last name, and Zimmermannen. Daughter of Peter Gertner and his late wife Christine. Ava was largely raised by her brother and father. Married to Otto Zimmermann, the town carpenter. She has one son, Otz. Fabian Roch, farmer and very tall son of the elderly Veit Roch. Never got to know him. Gret Albinen, wife of Ulrich and mother of Anna. Gret assists her husband in the town bakery. Johannes Hans Bauer, son of Johann and Hetty Bauer, brother of Veronica. Hans is a quiet boy and reasonably well liked. He is not known being particularly bright. Damn. Hedwig Hetty Bauer, wife of Johann Bauer, mother of Veronica and Hans. Townsfolk like Hetty, but she is known for being loud and brash, for drinking too much, which makes her louder and even more brash. Helena Pfeifferin, wife of Karl, mother of Anton and Martha. Johannes Johann Bauer, brother of Franz Bauer, husband of Hetty, father of Veronica and Hans. Johann is friendly with most of the families in town, but is determined to expand his farm. Karl Pfeiffer, husband of Helena, father of Anton and Martha, in his mid-40s, straight brown and gray hair, stubble, average height, strong. Why does Karl get such a specific description? Catherine Kat Bauerin, the widow of Franz Bauer, mother of Martin. Kat adores her son since his return to Tassing. Lenhard Müller, town miller, husband of Elsa and father of Paul. One of Tassing's wealthiest citizens, he is widely disliked for his heavy tolls and his cruel nature. Attilia Widow Kemper, farmer, widow of Rennig Kempering, lost her home after the death of her husband. Paul Müller, quiet son of the town miller, Lenhard and Elsa. Peter Gertner, husband of Clara, father of Big Georg, Ava, and Ursula. Known for his temper and his dislike of the abbey and Lenhard Müller. Joseph Sepp Hubner, strapping farmer, renowned for his ability to drink large quantities of beer, husband to Helwig and father to Simon. We met Sepp briefly before. Tilman Till Kreutzer, farmer and voracious reader, fond of the Roman legends about Tassing's past. Ulrich Alman, town baker, husband to Gret and father to Anna, known for his piety. Ursula Gertnerin, daughter of Peter and Clara, half-sister of Ava and Big Georg. Veronica Gertnerin, daughter of Johann and Hetty Bauer, sister of Hans. Married to Big Georg, close friends with Brigitte Bauern. Dr. Werner Stolz, town physician in Tassing, graduate of the Albert Ludwig University in Freiburg, originally from Lower Silesia, known for his unpleasant manner. And in our journal, Nons, hour 13. Otto's speech was attended by almost everyone in Tassing. He spoke of the many problems both the townsfolk and peasants have with the abbot's regulations, Most people agreed with him, but Lenhart Mueller and Hannah Bergerin were worried about the Duke's intervention. He also hinted at receiving a sign of God's favor that he's planning to reveal on St. John's Day. Nuns, our 13, ran into Clara and Ava in the Commons. Clara invited us to spend time with the family over supper. They should head to the farm when I'm ready. Alright. Well, now that we're here, and after reading all that, had a bit of a longer session today, but now we're officially in uncharted territory, at least for me. Whew, quite a lot. A new Tassing. 7 years have passed. I look forward to seeing what's to come. If you enjoyed, leave a like and consider subscribing. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. With that, I'll see you all next time.